Did you know that there used to be water balloons that could damage people? Now we only have a boring emote. This is 50 things that you forgot about in Fortnite. In Chapter 1, we used to get LTMs pretty much every week. But something a lot of people forgot was the red supply drops that were in the LTMs. These would drop all sorts of crazy items, but not as crazy as the Kingsman umbrella from Chapter 2. Okay, maybe it wasn't that crazy, but this was only in the game for like 1 week, and it wasn't even very good, so nobody really remembers it.
Alright, shield. And I'm gonna kill him. Okay.
But something that everybody needs to remember was in Chapter 1. Fortnite had just added a shopping carts to their game, but something that not a lot of people remember is when you paired it up with a minigun, you could ramp up your speed like crazy. But there was a secret change to the big shield potion that no one remembers. This thing used to be a common rarity. Definitely an interesting choice, but one of Fortnite's funniest moments is in Chapter 1 when friendly fire was enabled. Okay, maybe it's good that Fortnite removed this. The pump shotgun is one of Fortnite's most beloved items, but some players have forgotten how overpowered it was in Chapter 1 when there was no delay. The classic double pump was so broken. If there's one thing that players seem to forget, it would be the pre-built structures. Fortnite used to have llamas, foxes, and many other animals built around the island. If you landed there, anyone could edit the build, and there were even some chests inside. But around that same time, players began noticing something in the sky, this strange comet. And not only that, but meteors were falling from the sky and landing on players. This made for some hilarious clips. If there's one thing I miss about OG Fortnite, it was the secret battle stars. In loading screens, you could find these secret coordinates. And when going to them, you would find a battle star. These stars would give you an entire level and allow you to get more items in the battle pass. It used to feel so good to get this as well. Remember the big shield potion changes? Well, that wasn't the only changes to shields. Everyone knows that you can carry 6 minis now. But in Chapter 1, you could carry 10 minis at one time. An extremely forgotten collaboration was the It collaboration in Chapter 1. If you went to Pleasant Park, you would find this balloon, and when you broke it, you would hear this creepy laugh. This was so creepy. We never even got a skin or anything, this was just there to scare players. But this character was forgotten by everyone, even Epic Games. Because one time there was a new emote, and Fortnite posted a trailer for it, but the skin in the trailer never even came out. I'm not sure what happened to it, but it seems like Fortnite forgot. Did you know that Fortnite did a collaboration with Super Smash Bros? Okay, kinda. There was an amazing LTM in Chapter 2. Every time you got hit, your percentage went up, and it threw you back further, and if you got hit too much, you would get thrown into the storm. Eventually, there would only be one player left, and this was an insane LTM. But this next one was only in the game for 1 day. But before I tell you that, subscribe if you guys are enjoying so you don't forget about me. If you guys would like to support me, use code PBJ when you buy them. Okay, back to the video. In Chapter 2, a few players came across this weird looking mushroom. But this mushroom wasn't normal, because if you emoted, this guy would follow you around and heal you, like some sort of personal pet. But one of my favorite LTMs in Fortnite was called Dogfight. This game mode was only planes. There was a sky limit, and if you went too close to the island, you would explode. But you had to shoot each other with new items to beat the enemies. I wish Fortnite would bring these back. Just like I wish they would bring back the Cupid's crossbow. This crossbow doesn't do any damage to builds, and in the Valentine's Day game mode, this was the only item. This made sky bases extremely overpowered. Something else that was extremely overpowered was fishing, because back in the day, they used to have an item called the cuttlefish. This worked as proximity grenade, and when someone was near, it would grab onto them and explode them. This was so overpowered, so I guess it makes sense that they removed it, but we have a few more secrets about fish later in the video. A lot of players have heard of Prop Hunt, the creative game modes that allow you to turn into props and play hide and seek pretty much. But did you know that they actually added this to Battle Royale? There was an item that allowed you to turn into any prop on the island. This was crazy, but it was removed after like only 1 week. But let's go way back in time. Chapter 1, Season 1. Fortnite was still new, and they didn't put any time into making the grenades, so the image was just a white PNG. But many people don't remember the insane feature that allowed us to choose what items were unvaulted. This was a vote. Anyone could go in-game and spend gold bars to vote on what they wanted to return. Anywhere from turrets to the mech. But okay, this has to be my favorite thing about Halloween. Sometimes Fortnite changes the map to match Halloween, but when this happens, there are a few pay-to-win skins by simply sitting in plain sight. Check it out. But something even crazier was that tilted towers could be destroyed within 5 seconds. Tfue found a glitch that literally destroyed Tilted in an instant. Play the clip. But another forgotten change in Chapter 2 was when the most hated POI ever released. When Coral Castle first came out, it was named Carl. This was random and very funny, but I do miss when we had side grading. This allowed you to take a basic weapon and turn it into something a little similar but completely different. But this skin was one of the most forgotten details in Fortnite. It changes depending on where you are. It even adds a tail when you go in the water. Okay, I know I've said something was my favorite a few times in this video, but my favorite POI ever has to be Starry Suburbs, a forgotten location. But something about this location was way more forgotten than the POI itself, because these stars would fall from the sky and give you the only ever golden submachine gun. In Chapter 1 Season 9, an item came out that has never returned, the Storm Flip. This item was so insane that it literally pushed back the storm, or it could even create the storm. Remember when I mentioned the cuttlefish? Yeah, that's not the only fish that's missing, because there used to be so many rare fish in the game that simply don't exist anymore, like the Midas Flopper. This fish turned your whole inventory into legendary items.
2, 1, eat ugly fish. Oh, let's go!
Hardly anyone remembers when Fortnite had a shotgun sniper. 95 damage from there is crazy. Many people are familiar with the spike traps in Fortnite, but more recent players would have no idea that there were many more traps in the game. From the ice traps to the poison dart traps, I'm pretty sure the most forgotten was this electricity trap. Okay, but that doesn't compare to the item that was even forgotten by Epic Games themselves. The back bling was added to the files in Chapter 4, but wasn't released until Chapter 5 Season 4. I mean, it's absolutely adorable. I don't know why they would hold off so long before releasing it, but I guess they forgot. But 99% of Fortnite players forgot about this next one, a secret Minecraft collaboration. Don't forget to stay till the end of the video because I know you'll want to remember some of these things. Back in the day, content creators were asked by Epic Games to play Fortnite, and in return they would get their own banner icon in-game. And one of these creators chose a Minecraft watermelon as their banner. This was an unofficial collaboration, but now this is one of the rarest banners in the game. This next one is a little more recent. In Chapter 5, lemons were hidden all over the island. Collecting them gave you XP, but that was it. It confused many players, and seasons passed by and people forgot about this. But then, a Spanish creator named Rubius got a skin in the game, and suddenly it all made sense. Some of his branding revolves around lemons, which means this was a secret tease from the very start, and everybody forgot. In Chapter 3, there was a Fortnite X Among Us collaboration, and in this collaboration, it gave us this amazing back bling. But a forgotten secret is that when you get knocked, you can hear the Among Us death sound effect. Sometimes I forget about this and it kind of jump scares me. But I bet you don't remember the Mando's Bounty LTM. This LTM gave you a bounty, and if you successfully hunted them down, you would get extra points, maybe? I don't know. I don't even remember about this one anymore. But there is a secret reference to SpongeBob in game. With this rainbow emote, it is identical to this SpongeBob clip. But again, Fortnite forgot about this next one too. In Season OG, there was a huge letdown. This time machine umbrella had 2 dates on it, and when those dates came around, nothing even happened. In old Fortnite, there was some creepy features. People even made dedicated videos to it, going from Slenderman all the way to a disappearing teddy bear. Yeah, this one definitely scared me as a kid.
There is a stuffed teddy bear, and after I look at it for a few seconds, it disappears, and this is really creepy.
The first collaboration in Fortnite was actually one of the most forgotten. At Risky Reels, if you were patient enough, you would have seen this happen. But literally nothing came from this. Like, that was it. Come on, Fortnite, give us Wreck-It Ralph skin or something. Subscribe if you're enjoying so far. Obviously, no one could forget about the time when Fortnite actually added aliens. But there was one thing that people did seem to forget. The abductions. Players would randomly get abducted and placed back on the island. Maybe the aliens are the ones making us forget all these things. In Chapter 2 Season 6, Fortnite added something called bunker chests. It was a rare chest that would give you extremely good loot. This even had players racing for certain houses just to get the loot first. Another forgotten chest is the cosmic chest. This would require your whole team to be there, and you'd have to take turns hitting this just to receive some boring blue loot. No wonder everyone forgot about this. But this one was forgotten because Fortnite never even told anyone. In Chapter 3, Fortnite secretly added a Segway collaboration. And some people have this emote and don't even realize it's a collaboration. There was an absolutely overpowered drop spot in Chapter 2. Fortnite added this boat that would spawn in random locations each match. But it did guarantee you 2 supply drops, 2 IO chests, and so many heals. But not as insane as the Storm Scout Sniper. This sniper had a 100% no-scope accuracy and told you the next storm circle. Fortnite eventually nerfed this thing, but man, it was fun. This next one kinda blows my mind. The Gravitron was added into the game for only a few weeks, which makes it surprisingly forgotten. But it was still one of the funniest items in the game.
Throw the rock into him. That's another 66. Another 22 as well. There we go.
Most people remember the augment system in Chapter 4, but not a lot of people remember the Chapter 2 version of it. Back in Chapter 2, there was a Spy Games LTM, and in this LTM, you could actually equip perks just like the augment system that allowed you to do some crazy things. But there's another forgotten LTM that literally no one remembers. But that one's actually for the end of the video. But for now, a forgotten feature was that when gifting originally came out, you could customize it however you'd like. And this even allowed you to send personal notes. But Fortnite thought this could be bad, so they removed this feature. One time, Fortnite added a feature that told you when someone sent a friend request. And let's just say this was bad. Play the clip.
Aw, cool. Someone wants to be friends.
What? What was that?
Aw, cool. We've got a friend request. We've got a friend request.
Back in Chapter 1, there was a feature in Greasy Grove that was hilarious. It made you dance every 60 seconds and interrupted so many fights.
All right, boys. What?
Subscribe if you're ready and comment how many you remembered the bodyguard game mode. This game mode had a full squad, but one of them could only use a pistol and a revive grenade. Okay, this was crazy. Just promise me you guys will subscribe so you don't forget me. For more secrets, watch the video on the screen. See you there.